Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve a daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. So the question in front of us is that Alok, Bharti, Chaman, Dinu, Ekant and Faisal are the only people available for selection into a team. The team should have at least 2 people subject to the following condition. Okay. So first thing, it has been given that it should have at least 2 people. That means there are different number of people that are possible into the team, right? Now let's look at the question. So if Bharti is selected, then Dinu should also be selected while Ekant should be rejected. So that makes it clear that we cannot have a 6-member team. Okay. Then if Alok is selected, then exactly one of Bharti and Chaman should also be selected. Okay. If Chaman is selected, then Ekant should also be selected, while Faisal should be rejected. And if the size of team is less than 4, Dinu and Faisal cannot be selected together. So till now, we know that 1-member team is not there, 6-member team is not there. Let's check about a 5-member team if it is possible or not. So if you omit A, then B will be there, and with B, E cannot be there. So omitting A is not a possibility for a 5-member team. Omitting B, once you omit B, you will have C, and with C, F will be out, or because of the third point. Okay. So that means if you omit B, you cannot have a 5-member team. If you omit C, again B will be there, so E cannot be there. Not an option. If you omit D, B will be there, E cannot be there. If you omit E, C will be there and F will be there. F has to be there. That is also not possible. And if you omit F, then B will be there, E cannot be there. So a 5-member team is never a possibility. So what are the possible number of teams that we can have? We can have a 2-member team, we can have a 3-member team, and we can have a 4-member team. Now let's check at the possibilities. Okay. For a 2-member team, if you see guys, if you take A in the 2-member team, if you take A, along with A, in one case B will be there, in one case C will be there. With B, D will definitely be there, and with C, E will definitely be there. So there is no possibility of having A in a 2-member team. So that possibility is gone. The second possibility is if you have B into the team, then you can have a D into the team. B and E cannot be together. Okay, B and E cannot be together. B and C cannot form a team of a 2-member team, because if C comes, F will also come. Sorry, E will also come. So that is also not a possibility. B forming a team with E is definitely not possible, and B forming a team with F is also not possible. Okay, why? Because B has to be there. Now, if you have C into the team, then you will definitely have E into the team. There is no other chance of getting any other checking C with any other person, because if C comes, E will automatically come. Okay, so that is the second. Now, if you have D into the team, so if you have D into the team, D and F cannot be there, because it's a less than 4-member team. So the only possibility is D and E, and no conditions have a problem with that particular team, D and E. If you have E into the team, then you can have E and F into the team, and no conditions have a problem with that particular arrangement as well. Then let's move to a 3-member team. What are the 3-member teams possible? So we initially calculated that when we were checking for A in 2-member team, we found that A, B and D can be there, and A, C and E can be there. Okay. Apart from that, do we have any other possibility with A? You can never have a possibility, right? Because with A, B automatically comes, D automatically comes then. So you have a 3-member team, and same with A, C and E. Let's say you have B into the team. Okay, let's say if you have B into the team. Okay. Now if B is there, then D will definitely be there. Okay, B is there, then D will definitely be there. Now with D, you cannot have E. E is already out, F is already out. Okay, because D is there, so F cannot be there, because less than 4-member team. So BD is not a possibility. Okay, so having B into the 3-member team is not a possibility, right? Having C into the 3-member team. So if you have C into the 3-member team, you will have a E, and along with that, you cannot have a D with that. You cannot have F along with them. So the person you will be having is D. Sorry, guys. Okay. So can you have D, E, and F into the team? You cannot have D, E, F into the team, because D and F cannot be in a team of less than 4 members. Now going to 4-member team. So what are the possibilities? Okay. So if you have A into the team, then definitely B and D, or A, C and E will be there into the team. Okay, these two are certain cases. Apart from that, when you have A, B and D, you cannot have a E. So the other possibility is having F. That is not an issue. And when you have A, C and E, you cannot have F. So all you can have is D into the team. Apart from that, no other team is possible, because if you go with B, you need to have D. With D, you can have a F, that is all. You cannot have a C, because if C you have, then E will come, but E cannot come because of B. So having this team is not possible, and then C, D, E, and F is also not a possibility. Why? Because with C, F cannot be. So these are all the teams that we can have, guys. Okay. Now move towards the question. If Bharti and Faisal are not selected, so Bharti and Faisal are not selected. So this team is possible, this team is possible, Bharti and Faisal, this team is possible, this team is possible, and this team is possible. So these are the possible teams, 5 possible teams that we have. Now, which person is definitely selected means that person has to be a part of all these 5 teams. And if you look closely, the only person who is a part of all these 5 teams is Ekant. So the correct answer for this will be option number B. Then it says that which of the following pair of 2 people cannot be selected along with anyone else out of the remaining 4 people? Okay. So first option is Bharti and Dinu. Okay, first option is Bharti and Dinu. So we can see that they can form a pair with other people apart from like they can form a pair. They have a pair over here. So they have a pair with the other remaining people, right? Then we have Chaman and Ekant. So Chaman and Ekant form a pair over here with other people. Then we have Dinu and Ekant. So Dinu and Ekant are also forming a pair with other people. Whereas if we go to Ekant and Faisal, okay, so Ekant and Faisal, the only possible team that they can form is E and F, and in that team they are not with any of the other 4 people. So option number D is the right answer, that Ekant and Faisal are the people who can form a team together, but they cannot form a team together with anyone else. Like they cannot have a 3 or 4 member team in which both of them are available. Okay. Moving to question number 3. If the team is selected is of maximum possible size, so we are basically talking about this size, then who is definitely selected into the team? So person who is definitely selected into the team is A and D, because they both are present in both the teams. So Alok and Dinu, that is option number D, will be the right answer. So again, this was a very good set on selection, guys, and hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video.